This is why I completely gave up healing myself and instead focused on using a law of assumption. And I've become so much happier and a master manifester because of this. Let's talk about it. But first, my name is Hannah Love. I'm your favorite manifestation coach and content creator. I make manifesting simple because it is simple, and I am here to help you get what you want in life because that's why you came to this planet, to get what you want. I have coaching services available, and I now have email coaching available as well, specifically for robotic affirming to help you speed up your manifestation process. Now, depending on where you're watching this, I post daily on TikTok and YouTube. You can check that out at the link in my bio or in the caption below. And if you want more content like this on your feed, like and follow for more if you're not already. So anyways, I used to be a junkie for healing, like healing modalities, self-help books, therapy, like all the things. Like I even have a ton of certifications for theta healing. And it's not that I don't sometimes practice the things that I have learned, like EFT tapping as well, or theta healing, but I have a different relationship to healing because of law of assumption, because of the powers of law of assumption and the powers of who you actually are and what you're capable of. Because the thing is, if you are constantly like, well, I need to heal my childhood trauma. Well, I need to heal my limiting beliefs. Well, I need to heal X, Y, and Z before I can do X, Y, and Z, or before I can have X, Y, and Z. Instead of just affirming what you want or living in the wish fulfilled, then your brain is always going to look for reasons or things for you to heal or for you to fix because you're not enough or there's something wrong with you or you have a block or a limitation. I don't believe in those things. You're not blocked. You're never blocked. That's just a story that you tell yourself. So instead of you hyper fixating on needing to fix or heal yourself, you can just decide what is it that I want and create what is it that I want and create affirmations that are targeted towards your desire and start robotically affirming those each and every day. I'm obsessed with robotic affirming because it's so easy and you're thinking thoughts literally all day. I think the average person, it's like you think 60,000 thoughts per day and your dominant thoughts and assumptions are creating your reality. So it's like you might as well start consciously choosing thoughts or affirmations that work in your favor rather than against what you're trying to create, right? Because that's all robotic affirming is. It's consciously choosing thoughts that work in your favor or towards what you're trying to manifest. That will help you start living in the end or living in the wish fulfilled that law of assumption says to practice doing. It's not about you needing to feel some type of way or you having to practice feeling a certain type of way in order to manifest, because through you robotically affirming each and every day, that creates new thoughts and new thought patterns. And when you have new thought patterns, you naturally start to feel better because you're not dwelling in the negative thoughts all the time, right? So that will automatically help you start living in the end or living in the wish fulfilled, which Neville Goddard is always talking about, or the law of assumption is always talking about. So personally, I'm not saying, I am not a doctor. This is not me giving you doctoral or however you say that, health advice, okay? If you're on medication, if you're going to therapy, this is not me telling you to stop doing that, okay? Even with that, even if you are going to therapy, even if you are taking medication, you can start affirming what you desire. You can start affirming that you have perfect health. You've always had perfect health. You know what I mean? So regardless of what you're doing in the 3D, if you are mentally affirming new thoughts every single day on a regular basis, that will eventually become your new reality. Again, this is not me saying to stop doing your protocol, what your doctor says. I'm just sharing with you what I believe works for me and what I have seen also works for other people. Because again, the more you keep telling yourself there's a problem for you to fix, there's always going to be a problem for you to fix then. So instead, you can just affirm the new thought, the new affirmation that actually is in resonance with what you desire. And might I add, ever since I started doing this and started really practicing law of assumption, my life in every area of my life got 100 times better. And even people are asking me like, wow, you're like doing really well. Like, what are you doing different? Law of assumption, robotic affirming, listening to my audio tracks that I created myself. I'm literally just programming myself every single day. When I just decided to stick to doing that, and I was like, you know what, I'm not going to waver anymore. I'm going to get what I want, and I'm going to do that because I have no other option. I'm not going to live this up and down roller coaster life anymore. I'm only going to experience increase. My life is only going to get better because I decide so, and I'm going to stick to doing my robotic affirming and programming myself. Because that used to be me. Like years ago, I discovered manifestation and I would do it once in a while, or I would practice it for like, a couple times a day, like visualizing, scripting. Like I was doing all sorts of stuff. But then the rest of my day, I was reacting to the 3D. I was thinking a lot of negative thoughts in opposition to what I wanted. And so, yeah, I manifested a lot of things, but it wasn't like very consistent. My life didn't feel as happy and fulfilling as it does now. Because now I realize, oh, I am in command of my reality. Oh, I can create my reality. I just need to decide that I'm a disciplined person and that every day I can start affirming what I want and continue to do that and robotically affirm the thoughts that actually help me get what I want. And now it's just normal for me. Like people think like at first robotic affirming is like this hard work, and it's not, because the more you just do it, it becomes natural to you. And you think more positive thoughts naturally than negative ones. And it's really easy for you to catch yourself, and it starts getting really easy for you to not react to your 3D because you're like, wait a minute, I can just change this through changing my thoughts. That's literally it. And persisting in that. You're picking up what I'm putting down. Let me know in the comments below.